The first world update has landed in our sim for 2022, and now we look to see what is in store for Microsoft Flight Simulator in the future. We've got you covered with all the latest announcements, releases, and development news, so let's jump into this week's video. Welcome to another Microsoft Flight Simulator update video. In these videos, we take a look at all the news and flight sim development in one weekly video. Now, before we jump into this week's video, big thank you to everybody who is subscribed and supporting the channel, but we do have 73% of all viewers that are not subscribed. So if that's you, yes, I'm looking at you, please hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you know when our next video goes live. Kicking off this week's previews and announcements, and the first one goes to the team over at DC Designs with the Concorde, and it is scheduled and planned to be released very soon. We haven't seen or heard much about the Concorde for some time until this quick short teaser video of the team regarding the Concorde taking off. The team did mention the Concorde is still in progress, but what we did see from the video that the condensation clouds and afterburners are working as the Concorde blazes down the runway. Hopefully this is a good sign that DCS Design is still on track for its planned release. I will leave a link in the description if you want to check out the full 1-minute teaser video of the Concorde taking off. Last year, FlightFX and Volotech announced they are in development with a Cirrus Vision Jet for Microsoft Flight Simulator. With that announcement last year, we did see some white box renders, and since then we haven't heard too much until this week. The team did showcase a new behind the scenes video of them gathering as much information as possible to create the most realistic replica of the aircraft. The team do have access to a real aircraft, and this week they showcased some insights of them recording true sounds of the startup and landing plus more. It's a pretty cool video, highly recommend you checking it out. We'll leave a link in the description below if you just want to do that. Phoenix simulations are in the news this week with the mention of the A320, and now has been moved to a stable beta stage. The A320 has been handed to many virtual flight simmers to actually a pretty sizable team with different levels of knowledge of the A320 to put it through its paces. The team went on and mentioned that the A320 is now undertaking its later stages of development, and to celebrate this milestone, the team did share a new video of the A320 which showcased the 320 at night. This is the first external sounds we're hearing from the development. Again, I'll leave a link in the description below if you want to check out the full video. It's pretty cool. Moving on to this week's releases, and the first one goes to the team at Hype Performance Group as they released an early version of the H145 military version. Other than the cosmetic looks of the variant, the H145 military version features capable firing rockets from a side-mounted rocket pod. Wowee. The rockets are visible and launch into a distance with realistic smoke effects and sounds. You can see the rockets impacting the terrain and leaving a column of smoke. Unfortunately, this is not DCS World, so we won't see any rockets explode or destroy anything on impact, which is disappointing, but hey, that's Microsoft Flight Simulator. High Performance Group mentioned this is an early version of the feature, and we'll be looking at improving it in the coming weeks. You can pick up your copy of the H145 from High Performance Group directly from their download center. I'll leave a link in the description below. Moving on to the next release for the week, and this goes to the team at Orbex as they release a new line of product aimed at having more fun with Microsoft Flight Simulator. Orbex Fun with Friends is what it's called, and this pack has a number of different challenges, stunts, Easter eggs, and much more. The challenges are set all around the globe, including Grand Canyon, Devil's Towers, Loch Ness Pyramid, and the Mac Loop, and more, just to mention a few. You can use any of your aircraft that you do own in the sim for the courses, and each course comes with its own unique challenges. Orbex Fun for Friends is available directly downloaded from the Orbex Direct for PC. The team did mention that it will be available on Xbox very soon. Again, I'll leave a link in the description below. Justin this week releases Milas Bodrum Airport for Microsoft Flight Simulator. This airport is located northeast of Bodrum and borders on the shoreline. This is a real tourist hub when it comes to the country of Turkey. Justin mentioned that the rendition includes the new terminal and handles about 5 million passengers each year. In true form to the Just Sim style, the team did feature no feature list at all for the airport other than a few screenshots displayed. You can pick up your copy of the Just Sim Milas Bodrum Airport directly from the SimMarket store. I'll leave a link in the description below. Asobo is in the news this week when it comes to an aircraft release. Funny enough, this is in line with the Australian update as they released the Fokker 7. This is part of their local legend series that was in development with partnership with Orbex. The Fokker is an iconic aircraft during the 20s and 30s, breaking many aviation records through its adventures around the globe. The Fokker can cruise up to 110 miles an hour, has a range of 750 miles and can seat up to 8 passengers. The Fokker package includes many different variants of the aircraft, including the Southern Cross, which flew its iconic Australia to North America crossing in the Pacific Ocean, breaking records. Other variants include the Friendship, the Josephine Ford, and to come with these options, you will have floats and skis, and they also include a variant that has one engine. A bunch of missions have been included with the aircraft pack, and the Fokker from Asobo is available directly from the Marketplace store for PC and Xbox. Moving on to this week's development news, which is exciting because we've had the first world update for the year, which is Australia. World update number 7 has been released this week, version 1.22.2.0. This update covers the entire country of Australia and has updated elevation data, updated aerial imaging, and updated water masking, including the Great Barrier Reef. 4 handcrafted airports and also an additional 100 high-resolution detail airports have been included in the update. The 4 handcrafted airports are Longreach, Mount Beauty, Parabobado, I've said that incorrectly, I actually don't know where it is, and Shell Harbour. In addition, with the 4 handcrafted airports and the improved data for the 100 airports, there's also been 500 missing airports added to the simulator, and they're all scattered around the globe, but 54 of them are in Australia. In addition to all the airports, we did see 11 added photographic cities. Those include Sydney, Melbourne, Brisbane, Hobart, Adelaide, Perth, Cairns, Darwin, Townsville, Mackay, and Bunbury. In addition to that, also we do like to see points of interest, and we have 94 of these included in this update, and these are all designed and developed by the team over at Orbex. Some of those include Bathurst Racing Circuit, the Melbourne Cricket Ground, aka the MCG, 12 Apostles Parks Observatory, and the Sydney Harbour Bridge, just to name a few. There's been a bunch of bush trips and landing challenges, so we've got 5 bush trips, 5 landing challenges, and 6 discovery flights. So it has been a massive update. The team at Asobo said it's their biggest one yet. Also, a couple of days after this update, the team did do another update to the sim, which was a AIRAC, which is a quick nav batch to include a cycle 2201. In other development news for the week, the team mentioned they are now turning their focus onto Sim Update 8, that now World Update 7 is released. Sim Update 8 will focus on bug fixes and generally make the sim more stable. This should put the sim in a good place for this year to be a reliable platform for more features and content and updates in 2022. The update is targeted for a March 1 release, and beta testing options will be available, as the team mentioned more news about that soon if you have the option to participate. There is a new feedback snapshot out, and there's not too many changes for the top 10 items, so there's not really anything new than we've seen in previous weeks, but here's a look if you want to check that out. This week we've also seen 14 new airports, 0 aircraft, so they're obviously not counting their own Fokker, 8 new sceneries, and 2 mission packs released on various online stores around the globe. This week in the marketplace, we've seen 39 new products. 17 of those are on PC and 22 on those are on Xbox. 3 of these were aircraft. First one is the Lionheart Bucket BU131, which is available for Xbox and PC. The next one is the Iris Simulations Jabiru, the J160 and J170, and it is available for Xbox and PC. And the last one is the Sim Skunkworks Lockheed Martin TF104, which is only available for PC only. The only other products that were mentioned were basically sceneries and airports and lighting packs. But great to see more content hitting the Xbox. If you got this far in the video, thank you very much. You guys are legend aviators, and if you liked the video, please hit the like button before you taxi out onto the runway. If you're one of the 73% of viewers that do not subscribe to the Oz Flight Simulator channel but do check out the videos, please hit that subscribe button. It's much appreciated and does help us out, and hit the notification so you know when our next video goes live. We also stream every Wednesday and Sunday at 8 PM GMT plus 10 for a massive multiplayer session. So if you want to fly with a lot of people and a lot of different aircraft, you should check out those streams. We're going to leave you here with one of our other favorite flight sim videos. You should check that one out, and I will see you over there.